Google just dropped another AI agent, and that too is completely open source and free. With this AI agent, you can pretty much do anything that you want to do with the help of Gemini models like 2.5 Pro and 2.5 Flash. It has unmatched usage limits for individual developers, which is 60 model requests per minute and 1K model request per day. It's completely free and open source, and it has capabilities like Google search and integration of MCPs, which is model context protocols, inside the Gemini CLI. You can go ahead and customize prompts and instructions to tailor your Gemini for your specific needs and workflows. You can even go ahead and automate tasks, which means that you can invoke the Gemini CLI non-interactively. And the best part is it is open and extensible and has open source Apache 2 license, which means that you can use it commercially or individually. And they have shared this technology with the Gemini Code Assist. Now, for those of you who do not know what Gemini Code Assist is, Gemini Code Assist is one of Google's AI pair programming tool that you can use inside Visual Studio Code and even JetBrains. But this video is not oriented around Gemini Code Assist, so we're going to skip this for now and get started with how you can set this up locally on your machine and start building using Gemini CLI. But before we dive into the setting up, I want to give you a demo of how this is going to look like once you have it installed on your machine. So here you can see I have the Gemini CLI installed on my computer, but for this video's sake, I will be installing everything and doing it from scratch. So here you can see I gave it a template of a YouTube clone and I asked it to propose me a plan, and it gave me 3 different phases. So I'm already done with phase 1 and phase 2, and in the upcoming videos I will be sharing the output of this project that I'm building. It's basically a YouTube clone, and I will be going on with the phase 3 later on. But I just wanted to show you guys how powerful this Gemini CLI is. It can edit, read files, and even write files. You can see the code that it has written, which has completely blown my mind. So you can see that the phase 2 is completed. This is the summary of the phase 2, and it's asking me if I want to go ahead with the phase 3, but that I will be doing later on. For now, let's dive right into the video and actually set this up locally on a machine. Hi and welcome back to SkillCurb. This is Hosham Reyes, and we're finally getting started with Gemini CLI. So if you scroll down on their GitHub repo, and by the way, I will be pasting in the URL in the video description, so you do not need to worry about that. To install Gemini CLI on your computer, you will need to have one prerequisite, which is to have Node.js installed on your computer, and the version should be 18 or higher. And for that, you can go to nodejs.org. I will be pasting in the link, and go ahead and download and install Node.js for your operating system. Once you have installed Node.js, what you have to do is pretty simple. You just have to copy this command from here, which will install Gemini CLI globally on your computer. But for me, I have to first go ahead and uninstall the already existing Gemini CLI to show you guys a fresh look. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit enter to actually uninstall, and there you go. We have removed all the packages and everything related to Gemini CLI, and now I can go ahead and install it again globally. And as soon as you hit enter, it's going to start downloading and installing Gemini CLI on your machine. While this is being installed, I want to talk about the MCP support and how you can actually go ahead and generate even videos through Gemini CLI. So as you can see, they have this MCP servers through which you can do media generation with Imagen, Veo, and Lyra. And this is the GitHub repo from where you can set up your MCP servers for Imagen 3, Veo 2, Chirp 3 HD, and Lyra. And this is pretty simple, but we're going to be having a standalone video for MCP server and how we can connect this with Gemini CLI. But for now, I just wanted to show you guys that video generation is even possible using Gemini CLI. And there you go, you can see that Gemini is installed. Let me clear up the screen. And now we can finally run Gemini. For that, you just have to say Gemini and hit enter. And this should open up your Gemini CLI. Once you have a fresh install of Gemini CLI, it's going to ask you a few questions, and also the auth method, how you want to authenticate or sign in into your Google account. So I have already done that. That's why I didn't show it. But here you can see a prompt box where you can enter your prompt, and also you can see the model that we're going to be using, Gemini 2.5 Pro. With 100% context left. So I'm going to get started with the testing here. For the test, I'm going to ask you to summarize the code base and give me insights on the code. And there you go, you can see that it started summarizing the whole code for you, and now it's actually reading some files and giving us output. And this is something that I really like about Gemini. You can see that after getting slow response, it has automatically switched to Gemini 2.5 Flash for faster responses. And you can even avoid this by utilizing Gemini API key if you want to integrate your own API key within the system. So there you go, we have the whole summary here. For the backend, the technology is Node.js and Express.js, with MongoDB or Mongo's authentication like Bicrypt.js and JSON Web Token, which is JWT. And they're also using controllers, models, routes, and middleware. And for frontend, we're using React with TypeScript and Tailwind CSS for UI, and hero icons and headless UI, which is really, really great, I would say. Overall insights, the front end and back end are distinct and communicating via RESTful APIs. It has modern tech stack and robust authentication, also scalability and user experience focus. Now, what you can do is you can even ask it to change anything or edit anything inside the code. But before that, let me show you the code base. This is the whole code base that Gemini CLI created for me just a while ago while I was testing it out. And you can see it has implemented the middleware really, really well. It has the controllers here. We even have routes here for video and user. We have the front end right here where you can see all the components like the category filter, header, sidebar, and video card. And this is the result of just the front end. Once I connect the back end with the database, we're gonna see some videos right here. You can see the design is exactly like YouTube, and we have really cool features here. So I will be completing this project and pasting in the link in the upcoming video as well. But for now, let's go back to the Gemini CLI, and here you can see all the commands by just entering a slash here, and you can see the commands like about, bug, like memory, MCPs. You have around 15 commands, but one of the most important commands here is this stat one. So if you hit stat, you can see all the stats of your input tokens, your output tokens, and the thought tokens you have consumed today, and for how much duration your Gemini CLI has been working. So this was a short video about Gemini CLI. In the upcoming videos, I will be integrating MCP servers like the media generation server as well as the Google search tool to actually power boost my Gemini CLI and make it my ultimate agent. But for this video, I'm gonna wrap this up. But before going, I would highly suggest you guys to actually go ahead and try this out, especially for the developers out there. This is the best deal that you're going to get. It truly has unmatched usage limits for individual developers. So go ahead, try Gemini CLI out for yourself and let me know in the comments what you think about it. So with that said, let's wrap this video up. I hope this video was helpful. If you found this video insightful, hit the like button. Share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Ring the notification bell to never miss out on a daily update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Till then, stay curious and keep exploring.